Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn. I am glad you're here today. This is not my usual content, and for that, I'm sorry. But every JOANN store officially had to be closed by yesterday, okay? So I figured today I would have a chance to go to the website and do the things that I needed to do, because a lot of the images that I get for my website are off the JOANN website. And then I open my JOANN website and I get this, I put it in the thumbnail, but I'll put it here on the screen now. And it says, and I will read this, you have to forgive me. I literally just got out of the shower. I came in here, I was hunkering down, about to do some computer work, and I saw this. And I said, no. It says, for generations, JOANN has been honored to be a part of your creativity, your quilts, your costumes, school projects, and handmade moments of love. It has been our joy to serve makers and dreamers across the country. We're stitching something new behind the scenes, and we can't wait to share what's next. Stay tuned for exciting news about the future of JOANN. Y'all, I cannot tell you enough how this angered me. And I know that might not be the typical response of someone seeing this, but JOANN has meant, for a lot of people, happiness and memories and yes, all of that stuff. But my problem with this situation right now is that's not even JOANN talking. That's not the JOANN company talking about it has been our joy to serve makers and dreamers across the country. Dude, you're not even JOANN anymore. Stop. I'm sorry. This is not how I wanted to do this. And I'm going to reel it back in. I'm just tired of being jerked around emotionally by this company. First, it was JOANN that jerked us around because they went into bankruptcy in 2024. Said, oh, no, we're not closing. We're just restructuring. And then not quite a year later, they're doing it again. And this is at higher levels of people that have no investment in what JOANN was. Because what JOANN was her customers. That's exactly what JOANN was. Now, when you started deceiving customers or getting too far out of the scope of what the customers were really wanting, that's when, it started realizing, oh, wow, okay, maybe we need to rethink this. By then, the head honchos and all of that were already too greedy to stop or retract or regroup. And I've not publicly said a lot of this during my tenure at JOANN, but for the past 10 days, yes, I have been swamped busy here at home trying to get things set up with my new space and closing down our store, all of those things. But it's been a roller coaster, okay? I went from a customer that loved shopping at JOANN to a team member that had the dream job. And I know most people wouldn't think working for $9 an hour is a dream job, but for me it wasn't the money. I chased money. I chased money in the automotive industry, and I made great money. But I was unhappy. I was belittled. I was berated. I was underestimated, all because I was a female in a male's industry. So when I found this job with JOANN, I felt like I'd come home in my work area. And then back in February, of course, they went into bankruptcy again. But this time, they had no intentions of trying to save it. They were just going to sell us and kick us to the curb. Well, they did. I mean, granted that there was rumors floating around that we had this one looking at us and we had that one looking at us. Either one, corporate got greedy again and said, no, we won't take your offer. Or two, they didn't try as hard and they were just blowing smoke. I know normally I'm a very positive person in regards to a lot of things, but they have played around with me one too many times. Because my part in JOANN was getting orders from ship to store. So if JOANN had ever dreamt of doing something online, they would have kept the warehouses stocked. Okay? Anything that happens from here on out, it will not be JOANN. It won't be. JOANN's gone. So whatever this teasing is that they have on their website, it's just that. It's just teasing. And it's making me mad. The past 10 days, I've been really out of sorts. Because when they first did this bankruptcy, it was a matter of stress for me that my dream job was no more. And then, against advice, I worked the entire liquidation until my very last day. And I looked at it like, I want to do this because I want to see this through to the end, right? I shouldn't have, because it's now skewed some of my good feelings. Don't get me wrong. I love the deals that I got during this liquidation. And I love the stash that I built from that. Fabric and yarn included. But it's not... How can I say this without being negative Nancy? That doesn't counteract the loss I felt of my job, of my dream job. Not the job that I had in the last 2.5 months, but the job I had prior to that. I loved that job. So if they had been thinking that they were going to continue something on, they wouldn't have discontinued the online orders, and they would not have cleared out every single warehouse that we ever had. And they did. They were scraping bottom of the barrel. So I don't know what Great American has in store. I don't know what they're going to do, because the minute I saw this, I reached out to several people that I know within JOANN and therefore Great American. Mum is the word right now. Nobody's letting anything out. And I don't know if it's because they don't know what they're going to do with the digital rights to everything JOANN had, or, I don't know. We already know that Big Twist was sold to Hirschner's, and I believe Mary Maxim has some of Big Twist, carrying some Big Twist. I don't know if that's in conjunction with Hirschner's. I don't know. I haven't reached out again to them. But there's a lot of property that is not tangible that they have. And I don't know what's going on with all that. But I don't believe that JOANN will continue. Now, and if they do, I don't know that I'll have anything to do with them. Because the CEOs or the management, the head honchos of JOANN messed us up. Team members and customers alike. When they couldn't keep their hand out of the cookie jar, they messed the company up. Now, I knew when the family sold it and made it public that things would change. I didn't know that they would run the company in the ground. I really didn't. But it is what it is. That's over and done with. But for you to take this website and tease this is wrong. For them to do that, it to me, it's... I'm sorry. I'm really struggling to keep my temper in check because when I get angry or when I get hurt or when, you know, and this is hurt. But this teasing, no, I'm not about all that. So, I know in the coming week, there's probably, and I was going to kick Monday's video back, which if I kicked it back, that would have put it on Thursday, June 5th. And that's too far out to show you my last haul. So what I plan on doing, I'm going to leave my Monday video in place for June 2nd. Yeah, for June 2nd. You'll probably see this Thursday, June 5th. And I can imagine the internet is going to blow up when people get when people catch sight of this. Because when I went to bed last night, JOANN's website was still up. Because I was working late trying to get some of my images saved on my laptop so that I could later use them for my store. And that's fine. I don't even matter. It does. I can take pictures of my cloth and put those options up on my website. But to wake up to this? No. So I can imagine all the stuff that's going to be floating around. This is probably going to explode almost as bad as the bankruptcy news itself. So by the time you actually see this, you've probably heard or seen countless videos or countless Facebook posts. And I don't mind that my video is going to come out at the tail end of that, probably. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right for people to be taunted and teased and hope led on, I guess you could say. I guess my advice would be don't expect anything. That way, if anything does develop from this, it'll be a nice surprise for you. To me, it's a slap in the face. And I imagine every team member out there probably will feel about the same way I'm feeling. You ran us into the ground. You worked our butts off, making you as much money as you could after you bought JOANN. And now you're going to do this? So what does that mean for ex-team members? You know? Why aren't you reaching out to us? We're the ones that you shafted. I mean, yes, as a customer and for customers, I understand that losing JOANN was hard. But they literally cost us our jobs. And now they're doing what? Alright. I don't even know if I'm going to air this video, because this is a lot more angry tone than I wanted to do today. But you're getting my honest knee-jerk reaction, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that. So you know what? I am going to put this video up, because as crafters, we love to create. They destroyed. They took a great thing and messed it up. So, and that's not Great American. Great American just came in at the last minute, bought us out, said we're going to squeeze every nickel and penny and dime that we can out of this thing and kick it to the curb. Okay, fine. That is your modus, whatever. I can't even think of the word right now. I'm so angry. That is your MO. That is your company's, that is what your company does. So I get that. But to tease us with this, no, that's not sitting well at all. Since this video will probably come out, like I said, a week after all this goes down, yeah, just, what do you think? I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong to be upset that they're teasing us with something? Or should I be hopeful? But I don't want to be hopeful and then them just pull the rug out again, you know? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. My plan is to do, I did get a couple things done yesterday in here. My plan for my next video was to show you my new little workspace. And then, actually, I was hoping to get that filmed today, but no, that's not going to happen, because I'm not going to take this negativity and thrust it into another video. I'm done with that. That was going to be contained in this video. So, thank you for watching. And as always, I hope you find some joy today. Y'all are normally that joy for me, but today I had to get this out and done, and now I've got it out. I'm still gonna feel it, but I'm gonna let it go to the point to where I can find some joy today. I think I'm gonna I am still working on my knitted shirt, but I think I might bust out some crochet, because there's been some bags that I haven't finished, but I want to get finished and wrapped up. So I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to sit in here and I'm going to enjoy my day, and I'm going to close my laptop because I'm still looking at it. I still have it right here. Oop, sorry. Hold on. I'm about to drop my tripod. But I still have it right here. I don't know if you can see against the glare. I still have it in front of me. So you know what I'm going to do? Just that easy. I have to. Because I can't keep that kind of thing in. And I've not been in the right headspace. So I need to get back to the joy of creating instead of the stress of closing a store and losing my dream job. I lost my dream job, honestly, back in February. But I lost my actual job. The job that I went to, even though it wasn't my dream job anymore. I lost it too. And I'm trying to get back right with my emotions and my mental state so that I can enjoy all of this again. I'm still enjoying it, But when I'm not creating, I feel that sense of loss. So you might see a lot of stuff being cranked out by me. I'm not going to lie, because I need that joy. And I hope you find yours today. I hope you do something that brings you joy. It doesn't matter what it is. Why don't you leave? I need this, okay? I need y'all to do me a favor. Whether you're one of my viewers or you are just now tuning in because of the headline. If you leave comments for anybody, for any reason, leave one for me today. Tell me something that you've done today or that you plan on doing today. It doesn't even have to be craft related. That brings you joy. Because if I can see someone's actually striving for it with me, that will mean a lot. So I really, really appreciate y'all staying tuned. And hopefully my next video I'll be able to show you my space that I've created. It might not be the space that I wanted, but it is the space that I have, and I'm going to make the most of what I have right now. So I hope y'all have a great day, evening, night, whatever you are, whenever you're watching this. I hope you have a great one. I'll see you later. Bye.